AKS IAS Academy. And about me, I am Sandeep Bhushan and my credentials are I have 10 years of teaching experience for civil services. I teach international relations, internal security and the analysis of the Hindu newspaper. And this session I would be emphasizing on the keywords and the key phrases from the newspaper, and by emphasizing on the keywords and the key phrases we will identify the factual, analytical and conceptual questions for the preliminary examinations. And while you imbibe the keywords and the key phrases in your answers through the short notes, so you will also score higher marks in the mains examination because your answers would be precise and concise. And once your answers are precise and concise, you will have edge over others in the mains examination. So therefore, this session, that is the daily news analysis at AKS IAS Academy, will certainly help you to score higher marks in the mains 2020, as well as it will be helpful for you for the prelims and mains 2021. So do focus on the daily news analysis at AKS IAS Academy and have the complete benefit through this session. And this session is in regards to the daily news analysis, that is DNA of the Hindu newspaper of today's, that is 28th November 2020. And before we get into the daily news analysis, we will look at the quote of the day. And the quote of the day is about the winners. That is, the winners are not people who never fail, but they are the one or the people who never quit. So what is important is failure is not important, but what is important is that you should never quit before you try out. And only once you encounter failure, there is no purpose in quitting it, because once you want to attain success and reach your goals, you have to be in the race. Never fail, never quit also. And I would say a very good morning before I get into the daily news analysis. Good morning to all, everyone. Good morning to Madhu, D. Suvarna, and all who are in the live and also in the live chat. And now we will focus at the news. That is this news is in regards to the terrorism. So definitely this one we will be focusing in regards to the amount of terrorist activities which have been taken up by the terrorist organizations which are sheltered in Pakistan and creating trouble, and then they are going ahead with attacking India through various terrorist activities. That we will focus. And definitely now Pakistan, that is anti-terrorism court in Pakistan, has gone ahead with jailing, or they have sentenced 10 years of jail to the Mumbai terror attack mastermind, that is Jamaat-ud-Dawa chief Hafiz Saeed. So Hafiz Saeed has been sentenced to 10 years in jail by an anti-terrorism court in Pakistan because he was involved in 2 and more terror financing cases. As he was involved in the terror financing cases, the anti-terrorism court in Pakistan has sentenced Hafiz Saeed, the chief of Jamaat-ud-Dawa, for 10 years. And Hafiz Saeed is UN designated terrorist, wherein US, please do understand, he is a UN designated terrorist, and US has placed 10 million bounty, and he was arrested on July 17th last year itself. And again now he has been arrested now fresh. He was sentenced to 11 years last year by an anti-terrorism court in Pakistan in the year 2019, that is February 2019, because he was also involved then in the terror financing cases. And the Hafiz Saeed, that is the chief of Jamaat-ud-Dawa, is of 70 years old and he is now lodged in Lahore High Security Court Lakhpat jail. So he is now in the Lakhpat jail, he is lodged in the jail, but the anti-terrorism court in Pakistan has again sentenced him for 10 years in jail. So here we need to focus this in regards to the internal security, that is in regards to the GS paper 3 of the mains examination in regards to the terrorism or terror financing cases. And we will also focus this in regards to the Financial Action Task Force, FATF, because this is the one, that is Financial Action Task Force is the one which is Paris based global money laundering and terrorist financing watchdog. So FATF is a watchdog which is based in Paris and it focuses on the global money laundering and terrorist financing. So these are the two areas that it is a watchdog, that is Financial Action Task Force is a watchdog which is based in Paris and it looks at the global money laundering and any kind of terrorist financing which has been done, it takes into consideration FATF. And recently we have seen after the we have seen that Pakistan has been again considered part of the grey list itself, grey list of FATF till February 2021, because Pakistan has failed to have or failed to fulfill 6 key obligations and it has also failed to take any action against of Mohammad Mansoor Azhar and then Saeed also. The one, both are the India's most terrorists who have been time and again repeatedly saying to Pakistan through the United Nations that the most wanted terrorists Hafiz Saeed and Maulana Masood Azhar have to be taken action by the Pakistan, as they did not. So now Pakistan is still put under grey list by the Financial Action Task Force, which is a watchdog which is based in Paris and it looks or takes into consideration of the global money laundering and terrorist financing. And the ATC, that is Anti-Terrorism Court of Lahore, has sentenced not only Hafiz Saeed but also various four other JUD leaders including Hafiz Saeed in 2 more cases. So definitely now we can see that Anti-Terrorism Court of Lahore, that is from Pakistan, have taken action of sentencing Hafiz Saeed and other 3 in the terror financing cases by the Anti-Terrorism Court in Pakistan, because we know that it is only because of Financial Action Task Force which has retained Pakistan in the grey list till February 2021. So this is the keyword which you need to focus for the mains perspective in regards to, as I said, internal security, GS paper 3. GS paper 3, you need to look at it. That is in regards to the terrorism or terrorist activities and then Financial Action Task Force. And there is another news which talks about the RRTS project. So we will look at this project and how important is this project in regards to the urban development and in regards to the rural development, and how this project is been signed between which 2 parties, and then how much money is being taken into consideration to go ahead with RRTS project. So RRTS project is Regional Rapid Transit System project. This is again very crucial information for the prelims point of view, because it is in regards to the infrastructure development and it is very particular in regards to providing fast, reliable, safe and comfortable public transport system where in the national capital region. So the Regional Rapid Transit System project is taken up in Delhi, Ghaziabad, Meerut area, and this will provide fast, reliable, safe and comfortable public transport system. Here the keyword is the RRTS is related to public transport system. It is related to public transport system and it is between Delhi, Ghaziabad and Meerut, and this has been signed. That means this project, RRTS project, is been signed with a loan amount of 500 million loan agreement signed between Union Government and then the other parties are the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs along with the National Capital Regional Transport Corporation Limited, and all this one side, and the one is the New Development Bank, that is of BRICS, wherein BRICS have come up with a new bank that is called as NDB, that is New Development Bank. So the public transport system, which is Regional Rapid Transit System project between Delhi, Ghaziabad, Meerut, is signed between Union Government, Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs, National Capital Region Transport Corporation Limited, and the other side is the New Development Bank of BRICS. This is very important because we have seen yesterday the virtual summit of the BRICS. So based on this, again in regards to the national news and then taking care of the public transport system in the national capital region, we have to focus this news because it is by the New Development Bank. There could be a question that the Delhi Ghaziabad Meerut Regional Rapid Transit System project is signed between which among the following? So you have the Union Government, and then in regards to the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs, along with that you have the National Capital Regional Transport Corporation Limited, and the other side is the NDB. This is very, very important. And this, while it has been signed on behalf of the NDB, that is the New Development Bank's Vice President, and then COO, that is Chief Operation Officer Jian Zhu, has said that the entire funding, that is a loan agreement of 500 million, is provided for the Regional Rapid Transit System project, so that they would be taking into consideration of the modern design, energy efficient operations and interoperability across the corridor, that is in the national capital region. So what are the areas which the 500 million loan agreement which has been funded will be rolling out is the three areas: modern design, energy efficient operations, and then interoperability across corridors. And these three are the keywords which you need to focus. How the Regional Rapid Transit System project is for the benefit or the fast, reliable, safe and comfortable public transport system in the national capital region, which focuses on the modern design, energy efficient operations and interoperability across corridors. And this bank funding, that is New Development Bank fund, will be utilized for procuring signaling, because it is RRTS, rapid. You have the Regional Rapid Transit System project will utilize the funds of the New Development Bank in procuring signaling, telecommunication, train control system with advanced features such as automatic train operations, and then automatic train protection, automatic train supervision and integration platform screen doors. So these are the keywords which are again very, very crucial, that you can use this as the short notes in your mains answer writing. So how the NDB funds will be useful for the public transport system, which could be again an environment friendly and then low emission, because it utilizes the advanced features. It takes into consideration advanced features such as automatic train operation, automatic train protection, and then automatic train supervision and integration with platform screen donors. So that will be certainly environment friendly and low emission. And these two again are the keywords while you are writing in regards to the Regional Rapid Transit System project. And this project serves as a demonstration for developing high capacity rapid urban transit corridor. So another keyword, that how this project, that is RRTS project, will serve as a demonstration or will be as a landmark, is for the developing high capacity rapid urban transit corridor. So this is another keyword which you need to focus here in this. It is RUTC, that is rapid urban transit corridors, in especially now in the national capital region, and this will carry more people. So here it is environment friendly, low emission. It will carry more people with a high speed of 100 kilometers per hour, and the space which occupies is only just 3 meters, and it is also beneficial because it reduces the traffic congestion in the national capital region. So these are the benefits which are environment friendly, low emission with the advanced features in the RRTS project, which has been funded by NDB with 500 million US dollars, and this total project cost is 3,749 million, which is financed by NDB. Along with that, you have the Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank, that is AIIB, and then Asian Development Bank, ADB, Japan Fund, and this will be for poverty reduction, government and other sources. So along with the RRTS system, that is public transport system. So along with the public transport system, the funding will be, the project funding will be also taken into consideration of the poverty reduction, government and other sources along with the public transport system. So Iron Super has joined. Very good morning to you. Welcome to AKS IAS Academy Daily News Analysis. And there is another news which talks about the birds, that is willow warbler. So this is the bird which is again crucial for preliminary perspective in regards to the environment. And that is the new one. For the first time, the new bird, that is willow warbler, is being sighted in India, that is in Thiruvananthapuram. So these are all the prelims based information. This particular news is prelims based information, and it is, the name of it is willow warbler, and then this is one of the longest migrating small birds in the world itself, that it is actually part of the northern and temperate Europe and Arctic area, but it goes ahead with migrating, and it has migrated to even India, and it has been sighted for the first time in the country, that is India, in Thiruvananthapuram. So do take into consideration the keywords here: willow warbler, which is the longest migrating small birds, which breeds throughout northern and temperate Europe and Arctic region, and it is migrated, or it has migrated to India first time in Thiruvananthapuram, and it has been spotted by the pharmacology and program officer of National Service Scheme of Sri Gokulam Medical College and Research Foundation by Nirmal George, who is an associate professor, and this bird weighs 10 grams and it has a long wing feathers, that is why it can fly long distance. Please do understand here, because it has a long wing feathers, it can travel, or it can migrate, and it can fly for a long distance. And these birds, that is willow warbler, is usually seen in European area or else northern and temperate Europe and Arctic regions, and these birds are migrated now to sub-Saharan Africa, and that takes place, or the migration of the willow warbler takes place during early winter. And this is the bird, that is willow warbler, which is almost as similar and look-alike like sparrow, but it has a long wing feather. And then Gauri Naidu has also joined. Warm welcome to you, Gauri Naidu. And the another news which here we will be focusing is about Digital India. The keyword is Digital India, wherein our Prime Minister Narendra Modi has gone ahead with addressing a summit in Bengaluru, that is the Bengaluru Tech Summit 2020 virtual summit he has addressed. And while he was addressing the Bengaluru Tech Summit, he has made it very clear, or he has emphasized on the Digital India mission. So here the keyword here is Digital India mission, because all missions you need to take care for prelims as well as mains perspective. And while he was focusing, or while he was addressing, he has focused on the Digital India mission, which it was launched 5 years ago, that was in the year 2015, and now the Digital India mission has become a way of life. Please do understand, there could be a question that the Digital India mission is now a way of life, is now a way of life. Comment for mains examination. Digital India mission launched 5 years ago is now become a way of life. Comment for the mains examination. And again, this is in regards to the information and technology for the mains perspective. Information and technology for the mains perspective. And it has become a way of life for whom? For poor and marginalized people, and also for the one who are in the government sectors. And Mr. Modi, that is the Prime Minister of India, has asserted, he has emphasized on the technology first was the governance model. So the model of the government is as per the Prime Minister of India, that is technology first is the governance model of the government of India, wherein that is now because of the Digital India mission, which has been launched 5 years ago, has become now the way of life, especially for the poor and marginalized people, and also for the people in the government. And he has made it very clear that now the entire information era, now India is uniquely positioned in the information era, and this information era is the keyword again here, because you have industrial era and now information era. Please do understand here, there could be a question in the mains pertaining or focusing on the keywords of industrial era versus information era, and now what Prime Minister has emphasized in his address is that India is now uniquely placed to have a leap or a bounce in regards to the information era, because there are best minds in India, and that is now the biggest market. And definitely we have a very good relations, that is with India and Australia. They have unlimited possibilities, especially in regards to the technology, and both the countries are working together in space research, critical minerals, 5G technology, artificial intelligence, AI, and then quantum computing. So definitely there would be a question in the mains having the keyword of AI or quantum computing, and then space research, critical minerals, or 5G. And that is what now India and Australia have come together, and they are working together for trying to explore the unlimited possibilities in the technology. That is what the government is focusing on, the Digital India mission. And Mr. Modi has also said that during the COVID-19 pandemic situation or the COVID-19 peak situation, it was technology which has ensured that the poor have received proper and quick assistance. So he has again emphasized the importance of technology during the COVID-19 pandemic situation, how it has helped the poor in making sure that there was proper and quick assistance, health assistance to the poor people. And definitely technology has played a vital role as per the Prime Minister in regards to the Ayushman Bharat. And Ayushman Bharat is the world's largest healthcare scheme. So you need to again focus on the Ayushman Bharat for prelims perspective and mains perspective, because it is the world's largest healthcare system, and the technology has definitely played a vital role in the success of world largest healthcare scheme, that is Ayushman Bharat, as per the Prime Minister Narendra Modi. And then there is another scheme which is called as Swamitwa scheme, and wherein this scheme is in regards to the giving land titles to the people in the rural areas, and this was possible, and as this was an ambitious scheme of the government of India, that is Swamitwa scheme, which provides or which gives land titles, and it was very crucial that it has achieved the ambitious scheme through the technology like using drones in the lands or in the open areas, and then measuring or else trying to make sure that what could be the demarcation, and then giving the land title. So this is in regards to the scheme called as Swamitwa scheme. And definitely now we know that there is rapid increase in the use of technology, data protection as well as cyber security, which has increased very rapidly, and that is why it says that now it is Digital India mission is very crucial, and India is definitely inching towards that information era, and he has also emphasized and called upon the youth to play a big role and to have a very particular role and then have a very energetic role in devising robust cyber security solution. And this is another keyword for the information and technology, that is robust cyber security solution can be achieved by a bigger role or a very important role by the youth, and definitely to vaccinate digital products against cyber attacks and viruses. That is the role of youth in devising robust cyber security. Please understand, this is another mains question. Role of youth in devising robust cyber security solution. Discuss for the mains examination. And Prime Minister has definitely highlighted the difference between industrial age and information age. So he has highlighted what is the difference between industrial age and information age, saying that in the information era, the first mover did not matter, but who is actually taken into consideration is best mover, not the first mover. In the information era, first mover did not matter, but the one who matters is the best mover. And in the industrial area, what is different is, in the industrial area there were boundaries which mattered. In the industrial area is the boundaries, but in the information era it is all about going beyond boundaries. So in the information era, only the best mover is considered, and in the information era there are no boundaries, but in the industrial areas there were boundaries, and that is the difference between industrial era and the information era. And now definitely technology is setting the pace, not only in regards to various, we have looked at sectors, but it is also having the pace, taking of the pace even in the defense sector, from using into various softwares to the drones, that is unarmed vehicles or UAVs. And the other one is India pact with Australia in regards to the technology, and India and Australia have signed the agreement that is called as Australia-India Technology Framework Agreement, and this is again an important key phrase in regards to the mains perspective, information and technology, and both the countries are working together for open, free, safe and secure internet, and they have signed Australia-India Technology Framework Agreement, which they would be working on the cyber and cyber enabled technology, and definitely Australia believes that the technology will have a greater impact on the science, medical research, reduction of carbon emissions and tackling of global climate change. And definitely the technology will be at the forefront of not only in the science, medical and then carbon emissions cutting down, reduction or tackling the global climate change, but it will also be at the forefront of the foreign policy, security and defense. So this entire news is very useful for the mains perspective, that you can use it part of your answers in regards to, as we discussed, that youth in the role of youth in devising robust cyber security solution, and then role of technology in the success of world's largest healthcare scheme, that is Ayushman Bharat. Discuss. So we have looked at almost 3 to 4 mains questions here, which will be certainly useful for you for the examination, UPSC examination. And the pact with Australia also will be very, very important. That is in regards to the Australia-India Technology Framework Agreement. So a question could be framed in regards to the information and technology, because a new agreement between India and Australia in regards to technology is Australia-India Technology Framework Agreement. And then vaccine plan is ready. Who says this? Harshavardhan, Union Health Minister, says that, and he is expressing confidence that the COVID-19 vaccine will be ready in another 3 to 4 months. And thereby the government is meticulously preparing a priority plan, and that plan to go ahead with providing the vaccine, COVID-19 vaccine, would be especially first for the healthcare workers and the one who are above 65 years. These are the top list of the meticulously priority plan which is being drawn up by the government, which is now expressing a confidence that the COVID-19 vaccine will be ready by another 3 to 4 months from now onwards. And definitely Union Minister Mr. Harshavardhan has made it very clear while he was addressing a national webinar at FICCI. He has said that the shifting healthcare paradigm during post-COVID. So he is talking about the healthcare paradigm, shift in the healthcare paradigm during post-COVID-19. That means how the healthcare was prior to COVID and then post-COVID. And Union Health Minister is definitely focusing on estimating of 400 to 500 million vaccine doses, which will be available for 250 to 300 million people by July-August 2021. That is by next year. So definitely there is a positive signal from the Union Health Minister that there would be a vaccine which will be ready in another 3 to 4 months, and the priority would be the vaccine would be provided first for the healthcare workers, that is frontline workers, and the one who are above 65 years. And the health minister has made it very clear that now nearly 20 vaccines are at different stages of development, and they are definitely trying to go ahead with tackling a great extent in protecting and motivating others. So now the one which are in the phase 3 trials of the Oxford vaccine, which is taken up by the Serum Institute, which is Pune based, is almost at the completion of the phase 3 clinical trials. And you have another one which is indigenously developed vaccine by India, by Bharat Biotech and ICMR, which has already started the phase 3 clinical trials, which is indigenously developed vaccine. And this, which is almost at the completion of the phase 3 trial, is by the Oxford vaccine, which in India is taken up by the Serum Institute, which is Pune based. And you have another one which is by the Dr. Reddy's Laboratories, and this will soon start the phase 2 and phase 3 clinical trials combined by Russian COVID-19 vaccine, that is Sputnik 5 in India, which will first take up in the Uttar Pradesh. So please do focus on the Oxford vaccine. That is, you need to look at the what we have looked at yesterday for the Pfizer, Moderna, and then in regards to the Covishield by various, you have to look at US, UK, and then by India also. So Bharat Biotech is the indigenously one developed vaccine candidate by Bharat Biotech, which is indigenously along with ICMR, that is Indian Council of Medical Research, and the Russian is Sputnik. which is again in collaboration with Dr. Reddy Laboratories. Oxford is with Serum Institute. Bharat Biotech and ICMR is indigenously developed one. So the Pfizer, Moderna and then Oxford vaccine are the one which are having or which are showing almost 95% efficacy. So definitely there is a positive sign that we can expect in another couple of months. There would be vaccine which would come up positively. And now we will focus at the recapitulating of the entire AKS IAS Academy daily news analysis. So this one, terror funding, we have looked at in regards to the action task force which we have looked at, and this is in regards to the internal security we have looked at, which will be useful for GS paper 3, and this is in regards to the RRTS project, which is focusing on the public transport system, and this is in regards to the environment or the the smallest bird which is long and it has a long tail, that is why it travels, migrates for a long distance, that is called as willow warbler. Now it is found, it has been sighted for the first time in India in Thiruvananthapuram. And Digital India Mission, wherein our Prime Minister has emphasized the importance of technology, and then he has made it very clear what is the difference between industrial era versus information era, and this is very crucial for the mains perspective also. And this here we have looked at from health, that is in regards to the COVID-19 vaccine, how various vaccines and then the companies, the countries, it can be asked as the match the following in the prelims perspective. So I hope this entire daily news analysis definitely has been, I hope it was an informative, knowledgeable session, and which is very crucial information even for the mains examination. So I would say a very big thank you to all of you, and then a good luck to you all. That is, luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. And then do focus or do maintain consistency, stick to your schedule for the preparation, do take care of your physical health and mental health, and do like the video, share the video and subscribe the AKS IAS Academy English Medium YouTube channel, wherein daily news analysis in the English medium is taken up. And do visit the AKS IAS Academy website and also subscribe the Telegram link of AKS, that is Advanced Knowledge System. And see you again tomorrow at 7:30 a.m. for the daily news analysis, and do take into consideration the way we are focused from prelims perspective, mains perspective, and then I have also taken up how the question can be framed in regards to the role of technology and the role of youth, role of technology in the Ayushman Bharat, and then role of youth in regards to the technology itself. So certainly we are focused, and I hope it is a very informative and knowledgeable session. So thank you, and then see you tomorrow at 7.